Spencer, Matt, and I just finished up a race in Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, where for the first time we did a double battle team. And the requirements of this race were we each had to use Puzzle and Minun, and then Soul Rock or Lunatone, obviously depending on which version we were playing. The Mightyena from the start of the game with an Elemental Fang, and then we could use any Pokemon with no evolutionary relatives, and then a Pokemon of our choice, as long as it wasn't a starter or a dragon type. So lots of rules. Anyway, my team is a rain team. So right off the bat I send out Knives and Young Neil, those are Scott Pilgrim references. And Knives sets up the rain and Young Neil switches out of there to avoid getting earthquaked to death. And I bring out Panchita, my secret tank, Ludicolo. Its swift swim made it a deadly force in this race and battle. So I take the earthquake like a champ, and then everyone's recovering leftovers all around. Next, I decide to bring in Old Fart, my Pokemon of choice, a Relicanth. Spencer switches out Whiscash to bring in Plus. I go with a Grass Knot, which would have hit the Whiscash, but instead it hits Plus. And then a Waterfall hits his Soul Rock, Soul Cock, which goes down. I recover a little bit of HP with my leftovers. And he brings out his Minun, originally named Minus. I go for the Ice Beam on that, because I didn't want to risk missing a Hydro Pump, but that did little to... Well, actually, plus I used Earthquake, which finished them both off anyway. Risking it for the Biscuit. I'm willing to sacrifice Ludicolo's HP. Now, actually, this wasn't the original battle Spencer and I had. I forgot that you had to go to the battle resort to get the VS recorder. So we did our best to reenact that first battle. So if there's anything weird choices, that's us just trying to recreate it. So Panchita gets Sucker Punched and killed. And Old Fart goes for the Waterfall on who recovers with Citrus Berry. And it actually gets the flinch. Oh my god. Next, I bring out Bonsai, who intimidates both of them. That's a Lion King reference. That's one of the hyenas. So Spencer's Airbud uses Sucker Punch on Bonsai. It's not very effective. And I go for the Sucker Punch on... Who uses Waterfall? No, I use Waterfall. Just kidding. And kill it. Now Spencer brings out the Boogeyman, his Heracross. I decide to switch out Old Fart. And bring out my Lunatone. The Boogeyman Mega Evolves, and is quite frightening. Airbud uses Sucker Punch, but I switched out, so it didn't work. And I go for a desperate Sucker Punch on the Boogeyman, just to do something. Roger faints to the Mega Horn. That's a reference to Grief, by the way, because the character Roger sings the song Mooning. It's a great song. And I bring Old Fart back in. I once again go for a desperate Sucker Punch, and then a Waterfall. Airbud uses Dig. And the Boogeyman is going to be using a painful Skill Link Bullet Seed. It didn't even need the Skill Link to take me down. I decide to bring back in Young Neil, and Arrow barks in the background. I go for another Sucker Punch just to whittle it down, and then finally get off a Thunder to finish it off. Airbud hits Bonsai with a Dig. And I go for the nuzzle on young Neil, just to make sure it's restrained with its paralysis. And it goes for the dig yet again. I have Bonsai use Rain Dance since my rain wore off. And now I protect myself so I don't take the super effective dig. Even though it was paralyzed anyway. Go for the Ice Fang on Bonsai. It's paralyzed and it can't move. And young Neil is going to finish it up with Thunder. That's the match.